All right.
Okay, well, simultaneously,
By the way, we're at the Espresso Book Machine at the University of Windsor Bookstore with Mr. Martin Deck.
good day. Um, Ideally, at this very same time, the cover will be printing on this color printer, and the book contents will be printing on this Xerox black and white printer. The book contents will be fed through this anti-curling device and pile up in this tray right here. The cover will come through. You'll actually be able to see it kind of in process coming through this feeding mechanism, and it will lie on this platen right here, ready to be bound. We'll take a brief break then to make sure that it's lined up correctly, and then we'll bind, and then it binds it, and then it goes down into the trimming mechanism, cuts it, and spits out eventually over on this side. And really, ideally, for how many pages books is this?
40.
Should take no time at all.
Here's a sample copy of Poetry on Demand. Poetry made on the spot by Vanessa Shields and Robert Earl Stewart. Maybe you can see it a little better on the back. There we go. Something's happening.
Cover's printing.
This could be like the beginning of a really bad horror movie
Yeah.
if like things went awry.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the machine?
And then I start biting your face off. See, this is what I'm not supposed to be talking about. And of course it's not working ideally because the cover is going to be ready before the contents. Kate always does a good job.
Kind of looks like one of those complicated machines they used to have at like Cedar Point and Boblo, where you would stick it would be like a blank coin in, and you'd turn all these cranks, and it would go through all these little, manipulations and stampings inside the machine, and it would have your name on it when it came out the other
I
end.
remember those, yeah.
Yeah. And how long has the university had this machine?
Since January.
And what was the impetus behind getting this machine?
Well, it's useful not just for doing this print-on-demand stuff, but also for printing books. A wide variety of sources. Unfortunately, almost all those books are very, very old. So we have to get the word out that we have access to all these books, and also to encourage more people to do self-publishing on the machine. But ideally, it will be used to print course materials more or less on demand, so that rather than having shelves full of books, we'll have we'll be able to do it as the demand arises.
Now, are you talking like if a professor puts together a collection of essays or short stories for like a course package, or if someone wanted
this is one of the problems right there. It's about copyright.
Yes.
So the university is actually in a long-standing dispute over copyright, access copyright, as a result of which we can only print things that are basically generated by the professor. So if the professor writes a book, we can print that, but we cannot probably print anything that was previously published.
There's the pages of the book in there.
And there's the cover. And the cover is lined up correctly. So you keep rolling there, and I'm gonna bind this stuff.
Yes, I just sent in my access copyright stuff the other day.
Glue pot comes over here.
Is it like an old ceramic glue pot with a brush?
It looks like it, but it also has 3 razor blades to kind of rough up the edge of the paper so that it accepts the glue better.
Really?
This is the binding.
Alright. Here we go. Thousands of people's jobs in bookbinderies are being displaced by these machines, right?
I'm not sure if that's true. Part of the thing is that it makes one at a time, right?
Yes.
So,
It's the only way to do things.
yeah, I'm not so sure about that. It's ideal for a project like this.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's cost effective for a job under 100.
It's like Han Solo going down and to the carbon freezing.
You're very right. And it would be even more like that if they started chopping his head and feet off, and maybe his arms as well, leaving only his spine intact.
And what's going on right here? This
This
is
is it,
in a
chopping.
vise. Oh, it's cutting. I gotcha.
The cover is 11 by 17, and the paper is 8.5 by 11. But you have to cut it, so it can never be less or more than 8 inches wide. It has to get cut. There's a lot of have-tos with this machine.
And who makes this?
Espresso is made by a company called On Demand Books. They designed and built this part of the machine. This is an Epson color printer, and that's a perfectly good Xerox 4112 that most people use to copy, but that we can't use to copy. It's only for making books. Xerox has taken over the selling of it, and
How much does a machine like this run?
roughly $150,000. We're leasing it.
Was it between this and like a bookstore Ferrari? Was it kind of up in the air for a little while?
Yeah, but since I don't drive, we opted for this one. No, that's a great idea though. Bookstore Ferrari. And it's going to spit out actually.
Oh, it comes out over here.
It's spitting out, but there it is.
Look. Look how it slides out into this box.
It's intentionally designed to be like a vending machine
Yeah.
for books. That's what.
And there we
And
go.
there it is.
It looks exactly the same as the one done earlier.
The wonders of mechanical reproduction. So, shall I keep going?
Yeah. Thanks for this interesting display of the Espresso Book Machine, Martin.
You're welcome.
You can watch the whole thing on Facebook later.
Sounds good.